Our first food group to avoid for that youthful vitality might seem familiar, yet its impact is often underestimated: sugary drinks. Does that mid-afternoon slump ever have you reaching for a soda, a sweetened iced tea, or even a healthy fruit juice? Here's where the challenge lies. These drinks are everywhere, marketed as refreshing and energizing. But for us, wanting to maintain vitality and achieve that feeling of being 30 years younger, they're often Trojan horses, delivering a massive sugar load and empty calories with little nutritional benefit. Health experts consistently highlight that regular consumption is linked to weight gain, type 2 diabetes risk, chronic inflammation, a key driver of many age-related conditions, and even heart disease. It's a widely accepted understanding that managing sugar intake is paramount as we mature. Now let's explore this. The convenience and the temporary lift these drinks offer are tempting. You're thirsty, tired, and that cold, sweet liquid feels good. But that lift is fleeting, often followed by a worse crash, leaving you more fatigued and craving more sugar. Misconceptions exist. Diet sodas are fine, right? Research increasingly shows artificial sweeteners can have their own issues, potentially altering gut bacteria and increasing sweet cravings. And fruit juices? While from whole fruit, they're often stripped of fiber, concentrating the sugar. A single glass can pack the sugar of several fruits, hitting your system all at once. To truly grasp how detrimental these can be to your goal of feeling 30 years younger, let's use an analogy. Imagine your body's energy regulation is like a high-performance car engine. Pouring sugary drinks in is like flooding that engine with cheap, syrupy fuel. It might rev loudly initially, a false sense of power, but quickly sputters, clogs fuel lines, your arteries, and wears critical components, pancreas, liver. The engine can't perform efficiently. Your body craves clean, premium fuel. So, the empowering step, our first refreshing change on the path to a younger-feeling body, is wonderfully simple, yet profoundly effective. Drastically reduce or eliminate sugary drinks and prioritize water. Water is vital. It aids digestion, nutrient absorption, temperature regulation, joint lubrication, and toxin removal. Infuse water with lemon or berries for flavor. Unsweetened herbal teas are another great choice. Make this shift, and you'll likely notice improved energy, better weight management, and less of that chronic inflammation. Many leading nutritionists agree this is an easy, impactful first step. Start by swapping one sugary drink a day for water. Your body will thank you. So that's our first refreshing change, a solid foundation. But if you're ready for something requiring more kitchen vigilance, our next vital key addresses foods equally pervasive in hindering that 30 years younger feeling. Let's move on. Continuing our quest for the secrets to a 30 years younger body, our second vital key focuses on another food category to avoid for thriving health: fried foods. Who doesn't love that crispy texture of fried chicken or golden French fries? The aroma alone is captivating. The difficulty is that deep-fried foods are common in many diets and social settings, often seen as comfort food. However, for mature adults aiming for optimal health and that 30 years younger vitality, these foods are typically laden with unhealthy fats, trans fats if hydrogenated oils are used, oxidized fats, high calories, and often sodium. Science increasingly tells us a diet high in fried foods is strongly associated with increased risk of heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and obesity. High heat frying can also generate harmful compounds like acrylamide. Let's consider the appeal. The taste, texture, and satisfaction of fried food are undeniable. Common misconceptions include "a little bit won't hurt," or "if I use healthy oil, it's okay." While oil type matters, deep frying itself, especially at high temperatures or with reused oil, changes fats, making them less healthy and promoting inflammation. This chronic inflammation is a silent agitator, contributing to joint pain, cognitive fuzziness, and accelerating aging, the opposite of what we want when seeking to feel 30 years younger. It's about what these foods do internally. To understand fried food's impact on your body's age, think of your arteries as smooth, flexible plumbing pipes. Regularly eating fried foods is like pouring hot grease down those pipes. Over time, grease cools, hardens, builds up, narrowing pipes, making them stiff, leading to clogs, atherosclerosis. Smooth flow is disrupted, pressure builds, high blood pressure, and risk of a major system breakdown, heart attack, stroke, increases. The beneficial approach, our second crisp decision for a younger you, is to significantly reduce or eliminate deep-fried foods and embrace healthier cooking. This is a game changer for cardiovascular health and inflammation. Good news, many delicious alternatives exist. Consider baking, grilling, roasting, steaming, stir-frying with minimal healthy oil, or air frying. These methods offer delightful textures and flavors without harmful fats. Instead of fried chicken, try oven-baked chicken with a crispy herb crust. Instead of fries, try baked sweet potato wedges. Experiment with spices. Health experts highlight these methods. Let whole foods goodness shine. When making this shift, start gently. Try one new, healthier cooking method weekly. Listen to your body. And, as always, if you have specific dietary concerns like high cholesterol, discussing changes with your doctor or a dietitian is wise. By making this crisp decision, you're choosing a path supporting a healthier heart and a more vibrant you. But another common indulgence can subtly sabotage our efforts to feel 30 years younger. Let's look at our third vital key. As we delve deeper into the secrets for maintaining a body that feels 30 years younger, our third vital key highlights a substance to carefully avoid or moderate for mature well-being: alcohol. A glass of wine with dinner, a beer with friends, common pleasures. But are we aware of how alcohol specifically impacts us as we age, potentially hindering that youthful feeling? The challenge presents itself because alcohol is often associated with relaxation and socializing. It's widely available. Yet, for those over 50, our bodies metabolize alcohol differently. Tolerance may decrease, effects can be more pronounced. It's understood in geriatric care that excessive alcohol can exacerbate health conditions or create new ones: dehydration, liver damage, increased cancer risk, interference with nutrient absorption. All factors that can make you feel older. It can disrupt sleep, contribute to weight gain, and crucially for seniors, increase fall risk due to impaired balance. Let's consider the nuances. Many believe moderate drinking, especially red wine, has benefits. While some studies suggest potential cardiovascular benefits from very light consumption for some, the consensus among wellness professionals leans towards caution, especially for older adults. The benefit line is thin and easily crossed into harm, affecting your goal to feel 30 years younger. A significant concern for seniors is alcohol's interaction with medications. Many take multiple prescriptions. Alcohol can dangerously alter their effectiveness or cause harmful side effects. It can worsen conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, and mood disorders, and impact cognitive function, contributing to memory lapses. To illustrate alcohol's effect on mature systems, imagine your brain and nervous system as a sensitive computer network. Consuming alcohol, especially more than truly moderate amounts, is like periodically spilling a slightly corrosive liquid on this computer's circuits. Initially, minor glitches. With repeated exposure, significant system errors, impaired processing speed, corrupted files, memory issues, even permanent damage. The network becomes less reliable, impacting how young and sharp you feel. The empowering path forward, our third clear-headed choice for feeling younger, is to be truly mindful and, for many, significantly moderate or abstain from alcohol. Moderate for older adults is often less, typically no more than one standard drink per day for women and men over 65. For some, less or none is better. Benefits of reducing alcohol: improved sleep, better hydration, stable energy, clearer thinking, easier weight management, reduced risk of medication interactions and health complications. Many delightful non-alcoholic alternatives exist. If considering changes to alcohol consumption, especially if intake is more than moderate or you have health concerns, discuss with your doctor. They can provide tailored guidance. This is about informed choices for optimal health. Making this clear-headed choice can truly enhance quality of life. Now, we're moving into even more impactful dietary adjustments. Our next vital key addresses a heavily promoted food category that can be surprisingly detrimental to feeling 30 years younger. We're getting closer to the core secrets for that 30 years younger feeling: Our fourth vital key involves taking a closer look at another set of foods to avoid or significantly reduce red and processed meats. Think bacon, sausages, deli meats, or a big steak. Dietary staples for many. So, why the caution if we want our bodies to feel decades younger? The difficulty is that these meats are often seen as good sources of protein and iron, undeniably flavorful. However, numerous large-scale studies in organizations like the World Health Organization indicate that regular consumption of processed meats, bacon, hot dogs, deli slices, is definitively linked to increased colorectal cancer risk. High red meat intake, beef, pork, lamb, is also associated with higher risk of heart disease, stroke, and certain cancers. Health experts often highlight these risks, warrant careful consideration, especially as we age and aim for that youthful vitality. Let's explore this further. Many grew up with meat as the meal's centerpiece. Reducing it can feel challenging. Misconceptions. All meat is bad. Not necessarily true. Or, I need red meat for protein and iron. While red meat provides these, many other, potentially safer, sources exist that are more conducive to a younger-feeling body. Primary concerns with processed meats are preservatives like nitrates/nitrites, which can form carcinogenic compounds. They're also often high in sodium and unhealthy fats. With red meat, high saturated fat content and compounds from high-heat cooking contribute to risks. It's a well-regarded principle that shifting to more plant-based or lean protein is beneficial. To understand the cumulative effect on your body's age, imagine your body's cellular repair systems are like a dedicated maintenance crew in a vast city. Regularly consuming processed, excessive red meat is like constantly exposing this city to low-level pollutants. The crew gets overwhelmed, oxidative stress, inflammation, and security, immune system, is constantly on high alert, becoming less efficient. Over time, the city's infrastructure, organs, tissues wears down, making you feel older. The vital change, our fourth foundational food shift towards feeling 30 years younger, is to significantly reduce processed meat intake and moderate red meat, opting for leaner cuts and smaller portions. Emphasize alternative proteins: poultry, fish, especially fatty fish like salmon, eggs, legumes, beans, lentils, tofu, nuts, seeds. These offer excellent protein with other nutrients like fiber and healthy fats, without the same risks. Many leading nutritionists agree incorporating more plant-based meals is powerful. Try meatless Mondays, or substitute beans for half the ground meat in chili. Now, when it comes to a significant dietary shift like reducing meat, it's important to approach it with awareness. Ensure you're getting adequate protein and nutrients like iron and B12 from other sources. It's wise to discuss major dietary changes with your doctor or a registered dietitian, especially with health considerations like anemia. Our goal is empowerment through knowledge for your best choices. This foundational food shift isn't just about avoiding risks, it's about embracing a wider variety of nutritious foods. And this brings us to our final, arguably most encompassing piece of advice in our quest for the secrets to a body that feels 30 years younger. We've arrived at our final and most crucial advice, a cornerstone secret to achieving that 30 years younger body by understanding which foods to avoid. This is the ultimate secret, decoding processed pitfalls. Why the grand reveal? Because this category is vast, pervasive, cleverly disguised, and can unknowingly sabotage healthy eating intentions, especially for mature adults striving to feel their absolute best and truly embody that youthful energy. Are you truly aware of how many processed items have crept into your daily diet? The inherent challenge is immense. Processed foods are designed for convenience, hyperpalatability, incredibly tasty, often addictive, and long shelf life. They're in every supermarket, in bright packages, often with misleading health claims. Think microwave meals, packaged snacks, chips, cookies, sugary cereals, instant soups, mass-produced breads, even some healthy yogurts or sauces with hidden sugars and artificial ingredients. The serious issue here is that ultra-processed foods, UPFs, are typically low in essential nutrients and fiber and high in calories, unhealthy fats, refined seed oils, refined sugars/artificial sweeteners, sodium, and a cocktail of additives like emulsifiers, artificial flavors, and preservatives. These are major roadblocks to feeling 30 years younger. The consensus among wellness professionals and growing research, including studies in the BMJ and JAMA internal medicine, strongly links high UPF consumption to increased risks of obesity, heart disease, type 2 diabetes, certain cancers, depression, accelerated cognitive decline, and all-cause mortality. It's the cumulative effect of the entire formulation. Let's explore why this is so difficult. These foods are engineered for bliss point, the perfect sugar, salt, and fat combination, making them irresistible. They save time. Common misconceptions: low fat is healthy, or a little processed food is fine. However, a little bit adds up quickly because these foods are often designed to make you overeat. Many don't realize their diet's UPF extent. It's a well-regarded principle that shifting to whole, unprocessed foods is fundamental for health and for achieving that 30 years younger feeling. The difficulty is identifying them and breaking the convenience cycle. These foods displace nutritious options, leaving us overfed but undernourished. To grasp UPF's insidious nature and how they aid you, imagine your body as a natural garden, thriving with diverse, nutrient-rich plants, whole foods. Consuming UPFs is like regularly spraying this garden with a chemical cocktail: artificial fertilizers forcing rapid, weak growth, empty calories; pesticides killing beneficial insects, damaging gut microbiome; and weed killers harming good plants, nutrient displacement, inflammation. Superficially, the garden might seem okay, but soil depletes, the ecosystem is disrupted, plants weaken. Your body, similarly, cannot thrive or maintain youthful vigor on these artificial concoctions. The most powerful strategy, our ultimate secret for unlocking that 30 years younger body, is to become a food label detective and consciously choose whole, unprocessed, or minimally processed foods as your diet's foundation. This is arguably the most impactful step. This means focusing on fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, oats, quinoa, lean proteins, fish, poultry, legumes, nuts, seeds, and healthy fats, olive oil, avocados. Cook more from scratch. When buying packaged foods, scrutinize ingredients. If it's long, full of unpronounceable names, or includes various sugars, refined oils, and chemical additives, it's likely ultra-processed. Aim for short ingredient lists of recognizable whole foods. Now, with such a significant change, approach it with patience. Start by swapping 1 or 2 UPFs you eat regularly with whole food alternatives. Swap sugary cereal for oatmeal with berries. Swap packaged cookies for fruit. This shift may seem challenging, but benefits are profound. Stable energy, better mood, improved digestion, weight management, reduced inflammation, lower chronic disease risk, all contributing to feeling significantly younger. It's wise to discuss any major dietary overhaul with your doctor or a registered dietitian. They can help navigate label reading and meal planning, making the transition sustainable. Our goal is empowerment. And there you have it, the ultimate secret: decoding processed pitfalls. Understanding and minimizing ultra-processed foods is a cornerstone of reclaiming your vitality and truly feeling that 30 years younger difference. Its pervasive nature is why we built up to it as our most comprehensive revelation today in our exploration of foods to avoid. So, we've covered significant ground on our journey to feeling 30 years younger by avoiding key food groups. We started with our first refreshing change, rethinking sugary drinks, then our second crisp decision, choosing healthier cooking over frying. We moved to our third clear-headed choice, moderating alcohol. Then our fourth foundational food shift, reassessing red and processed meats. Finally, we unveiled the ultimate secret, empowering you to decode and ditch those detrimental ultra-processed foods. Each vital key is a step to a more vibrant you. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these vital keys for achieving that 30 years younger feeling by avoiding certain foods, perhaps sugary drinks, processed meats, or our ultimate secret strategy resonated most? Which are you thinking of trying first? Please share thoughts and questions in the comments. Your insights enrich our community. If you found this journey valuable, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps others find us. And if you haven't, subscribe and hit that notification bell for more powerful strategies for healthy seniors. Until next time, nourish your body, stay curious, be kind to yourself, and keep thriving. Take care.